There are stores that sell to a local clientele, and then there are these galleries or stores that don't sell to a local clientele. All of their business is outside of their hometown. And they do shows like SOFA or the art fairs, or Art Basel, Art Miami. They do those shows and they gather their lists from that. So there are all kinds of different business models for galleries. So when I use the term gallery, please don't put in your mind a single visual identity, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm using it in a very broad term. I mean dealers of American craft. Somebody that has 20, 30% or more American craft. I don't identify them in my own database until they're as craft, unless they're more than 50%. I like an 80% to develop, to source code them or type code them as craft. Now, one of the things I want to talk about today is how do you keep all this customer information? Does anybody have a customer information database?
Mine is just handwritten.
It's handwritten?
I don't have that many. I just did one show and I took information, 2 shows and took information.
Okay, anybody else? You do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't collect like his personal information, but email.
Yeah, addresses.
And I keep a log of when.
How many do you normally keep in your file? How many records?
Customers. Computer systems. So
Right. Okay. Most small businesses keep an active list of 2,500. It's going to take you a little while to get there.
Yeah.
I got my book. Next
Prospects and actives, yes. Don't try to keep more. Don't try to keep a name for more than 3 years. Never mail a list that is, never mail to a name that is more than a year and a half old. Never. The chances of them moving or whatever is too great. Now, if you have mailed to them intermediate, you know, and always make sure that you get it returned to you. If, you know, put on the envelope or on the card, return to sender if, you know, if there's an address problem. You want it back.
Or if you put a full stamp on it, not a...
Right, exactly. And the other thing is that never trust that the mailman did the right thing. A Saturday mailman is very likely not to know who lives at that house and may return to sender when it's not right. When the sender actually lives in that home. I mean, the recipient does live there, okay? So always double check to see where that person lives and what's going on, okay? There are several ways to keep customer data. An Excel spreadsheet can work very nicely. You can keep customers on Facebook. You really can. You can't put a lot of notes in there for yourself, but you can classify them in categories. Family, friends, buyer, multi-buyer. You can categorize those people in Facebook the way you need to. And you can find out what their cell phone number, or their phone number is, and you can work from the phone number to an address. My favorite database is called FileMaker Pro. And I think when you buy it, it comes with some customer service templates, some CRM type templates, customer service management. Another one, yes?
Okay, question. Given that little exercise that we just went through with the average, with the age of people,
Yes.
the demographic, why would you not mail? Because these people are mobile in the sense that they like to travel, but they're settled in their...
Oh, I'm not saying don't mail. Oh, I'm not saying don't mail.
Not don't mail, but why would you not, if these people are amongst your customers, with the customers you're striving for, if you're somebody like Shana, they are her customers,
Right.
Why would you not mail to them From a
We're
list
gonna
that's
get there.
a year
We're gonna
old.
get there so that you're comfortable with mailing an address that's 3 years old. I'm gonna get there,
Okay,
okay? I promise you,
all right.
okay? Another package to use is called Salesforce.
And there's also High Rise.
High Rise. Is Zoho also a customer service?
I don't know.
Orientation?
I don't know.
Okay.
There's quite a number of open source, free
Yeah, free open source
CRMs.
systems.
They're actually called CRMs. So
Yeah,
if you
CRM.
Google, and actually, if you go to delicious.com and you type in content, or not content, but customer relations management
Right.
software, you can get a ton.
And pick the one that's nicest, that you like, that already is set up. And you can always add an extra field. You know, if you want to add a field for customers that have 3 earlobes, it's okay, they got it. You can do that. So get set up with that quickly, okay? You want to know, for gallery information, you want to know how long they've been in business, the percentage of what's made in the USA, and I can leave this with Shayna. If you don't want to copy all this down, I can leave it. Yeah, and you can make copies, okay? You want to know their advertising promotional strength, because you have no idea how many galleries are in this country that are vanity galleries, and the person sitting behind the desk is a very passive person who believes that their rent alone and opening the door every morning is enough to draw people into this store. That's a very dangerous person to do business with. So put down where they advertise. You can ask them or you can see it. Keep track of that stuff. You want to establish for every customer a credit limit so that if you've been doing business with Joe Schmo for 10 years and he always places a $500 order, and today he wants to write a $5,000 order, you want to tell him, I can split that up into $1,000 orders because we've been doing business a long time, and I'll send them to you in 5 segments. You want to ship the order so that you have less credit on the line. And you always want to know when you take an order how much that person owes you at the moment. And when you get more than 50 galleries or shops, it's going to be important to have this documented in a database. Maybe right now you know in the top of your head, but soon you won't. You want to know order frequency. If you are selling a gallery $18 earrings, they could be turning those 4 or 5 times a year. So that means you've got to call them every 6 weeks to see how stock is. Now, they will always tell you that they don't appreciate phone calls. The reality is that they do. They're not tracking it as well as you are. Trust me, I know their software.